Wendy with a notebook, Wendy with a pen, digging through the dark where the secrets been. Questions fly like bullets, truth cuts deep in the shadows where nightmares creep. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. With fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes, Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. With fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes, Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Clues left scattered like whispers in the wind. Every page they turn closer to the end. No stone unturned, no mystery safe. Through the chaos they pave the way. Watch them break it down, unveil the lies, under lurid skies where the danger hides. With fire in their veins and distrust in their eyes, Randy and Wendy taking you for a ride. Late nights burn bright under the moon. Answers buried deep, they'll find them soon. Guts and glory on a darkened stage. Randy and Wendy script the final page.
Hello.
Happy Friday. Hey, everybody.
Friday, everybody. Yeah, happy Friday. Happy Friday.
Yes.
Woo. We have the much anticipated update that you all have been asking for. Hey, Brenda Hart.
Hey, perplexed. True crime. No, I can't talk. Hey.
That's fine. Perplexed. You made the funniest video of the other day. She did a Laura 12 Days of Christmas. I know you probably will not think it's, I don't know you might. I think you will think it's funny. I know you don't like to pick on my poor Laura. But
Oh, no,
I
remember?
it. I thought it was
now I
fantastic.
don't care.
Oh, good. Okay. Phew. Well, if we have time later, we should play it because I thought it was cute. It was adorable. Thought she did a great job. And I loved it.
Adelaide, I love that name.
I do like that name too. Yes.
Everyone
We're good,
not
Valerie. How are you doing?
Teresa. Let's see this.
Hello, Nancy M. Bitey friends. Bitey friends. That's not you. Bitey cat saying,
Body
hey,
friends.
Bitey friends. Don't be biting your friends. They don't like that. Don't do it. But don't ask me how I know.
Yeah.
It's a long, embarrassing story. Don't even ask. It's fine. It's fine. We're good now. That's all that matters.
I'm getting ready, Brenda. Getting ready. I planned on doing a whole lot more today, but I had a partner and he wasn't having it. So
yeah. And he's in charge.
He's in charge.
He's in charge. So we understand.
Mm-hmm.
So
Hey,
ready for Christmas? Yeah, I mean, as ready as I'm going to be. I ordered Randy's present. It should be coming in 4 days. I'm very excited.
Eek.
I hope you like it.
Too. I will. I know I will.
You have to. You have to, because I really like it. I hope you like it too. What's up with the Wicked Witch? Well,
which old witch?
I know. Elphaba herself over there.
Yeah. Let's show that's right. We're gonna show the truth. And
we are, because unfortunately she's not telling the whole story. I mean, who's shocked? Anybody shocked?
Thank you, Debbie.
Oh, Debbie, oh, thank you. You're so sweet. You don't have to do that, darling. But I did pull up the GoFundMe because there's an update on the GoFundMe. And it is misleading. Sorry, but it is.
I know you shot Wendy L. I know.
I know.
Stadius, I saw you. I want everybody to know I saw you. I just didn't say hi individually. Teresa loves retro equals not shocked.
Yeah, not shocked. Yeah. How much money is she asking for? Well, she is asking for $15,000. 12.7 has been raised so far. Mostly through anonymous donors and a few, people here and there. And the problem is that I read through the GoFundMe and it is packed with just crap, absolute crap. And it had none of it has anything to do with the case, the copyright infringement and the DMCA takedowns. None of it has anything to do with that. It's all about how she's been harassed and terrorized by people using, her tragedy, and that's their weapon of choice, she calls it.
You should have to prove that, Merb.
Right.
And you will have
to, man.
Well, I think the good news about that is she will have to prove that in court.
No, she won't, because the court case isn't about any of that.
Well, but
she's not even going to have to mention. It's not going to be mentioned. No, it won't be even mentioned. The court case is about copyright infringement and whether or not she considered fair use. That's what the court case is about. It's not about this harassment, defamation, weapon of choice. It's not about any of that. So she's not going to have to mention any of that. Why that's there is to manipulate emotionally, my opinion, the people to donate. Please donate. I'm such a victim. Look at this horrible stuff that everybody's doing to me. She doesn't have to prove any of that. She just says it.
You're kind of right. You're right. That's not a stop reading.
Unfortunately, I am right. That's not going to come up in the case because that's not what this case is about.
Hey, Charlie. Right. I got to tell you, I didn't read it either.
I choked on it just about. It was very difficult to read because I don't know. It feels manipulative to me.
The copied and pasted part, I went and read. Because I was told about it, I went and read it, and I was like,
yeah, well, the copy and pasted part is from her attorney, asking for, basically, judge, throw this out. Held to the no, cannot prove that Carolyn didn't know that it wasn't fair use.
Yeah.
So therefore, held to the no has no case.
But what she didn't post to you guys was the response to that. And there was one.
Big one. And we're going to go through that tonight. We're going to go through the response. We're going to go through held to the nose attorney's response to that.
And according to her words, not mine, hers. Let's not forget. Let us not forget. She's telling people on her channel. If I don't win this, I'm out $100,000. Merb, tell them how many settlements you've denied.
Right. She's been offered a settlement way less than 100,000.
Way less.
Fraction of that. A tiny fraction at that.
Yeah.
She has been offered, and she refuses. She says no. She will not take a settlement. She will not end this. She wants this to keep going. And she wants this to go to a jury trial, even though her attorney seems to be asking for that to not happen. So I don't know. But I don't like what I read in the GoFundMe. It feels very fraudulent to me because it's the intention is to, I think, emotionally manipulate people to give to you. And you've proven nothing that you say in there for them to give you that money. And all of the stuff that you did write in there has nothing to do with the case at hand. You say nothing about the copyright infringement. You say nothing about how you denied you even filed these copyright strikes. That's on record. The judge has that. And we're going to read about that tonight. that Hell to the Nose attorney put together an incredible document, in my opinion, again, outlining exactly why this does need to go to a jury trial. Her credibility is on the line. She has more than once falsified documents, lied, not provided information that they asked for, including her browser history, submitted a browser history that she absolutely did not look at. First of all, that the browser history had nothing to do with copyright shit. She didn't even look at the websites that she told them she looked at. Her credibility is on the line. That's what Hell to the Nose attorney is saying. Yes, Sandy Law. No credibility. You guys will remember when we first started talking about this, that we went over her answers, right? Her answers to the complaint, where she said that, you know, she never even filed these strikes. She doesn't have a channel that she makes money on. All these ridiculous denials that made no sense at all. Why would you deny these things? They're easily proven. You know, you look ridiculous. Well, and her response to that, let me finish though. Her response to that, when in the deposition, her response to that was, well, I ran those answers by my attorney and he said to go ahead and say them anyway. Threw him straight under the bus. Still a lie. It's still a lie. It's still fraudulent answers. Well, that's where your credibility is in question.
Right. And then they're not just going to look at the last couple of months. They're going to look at the entire case, where at first you denied it. No matter what your lawyer said, you still have a denial on file.
Yes.
Even of where you live. Even of
whether or not she knows where you live. Whether she knows where she lives. All kinds of ridiculous denials. And we could go through them again if you want. They're laughable. And we laughed through the whole thing. The denials are outrageous. Like, why in the world would you deny that you get money on your channel? That's what this whole thing is about.
Yeah. How are you
claiming denied? You're out of your mind.
I don't make money. She has hurt my money. I mean, which one is it?
Exactly.
Go and pick one.
That's why your credibility is in question. And that's why Hell to the Nose attorney is telling the judge, no, this needs to go to a jury. So a jury can, you know, decide once and for all if you really believed that there was, you know, no fair use and that these were actual copyright strikes that you were trying to do, or were you doing these strikes as a form of punishment to gain her personal and private information, perhaps to threaten her, perhaps to try to intimidate her, to take her channel down as a form of punishment? Because you do have a little bit of a history doing that, Merb. You do. You tried to do it to Randy.
Yeah, and they have the proof, and that's going to be shown. And I'm not the only one that you've done it to.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not just me that has given proof of you false striking.
Right.
So
you can't just lie and say that you looked up you know, the US code. Remember that? I still don't know what that book is. You referenced the US code, didn't give anybody a page number, nothing. We don't even know what you're talking about. You said you referenced 3 websites, 2 of which don't have anything to do with copyright or fair use. You just plucked the website out right off of you know, YouTube help. You did nothing. You did nothing. And instead of just being honest and saying you did nothing, you tried to lie, and you've been caught. And I don't know, when a jury hears that, I don't know, is that going to be enough to sway them? Well, I guess we'll see.
Right. And they're going to look at that too, Merb. Your GoFundMe existed in August, and then this didn't start till November of 2023. I mean, it's all going to implode, I think. And you still running that same GoFundMe that you had against Natasha.
Yeah. Full of nothing but lies.
Yeah.
Nothing but lies. She says, over the past 4 years, my family, our channel, and myself have been the target of harassment, cyberbullying, and threats. Some things that were unleashed on us were death threats, a SWAT to our home, bomb threats, called into our sheriff's office, threatening mail, malicious striking of our YouTube channel, stalking, false welfare checks. Sorry, there's too many L's right there. Welfare checks and false CPS calls, 5 in 1 year. They made multiple channels with the sole intention of attacking me, my family, and even my community members. Some of the things they did were to expose confidential information, including addresses, body shaming, and even bullying our children. Where is any of this? I would love to see these videos. Where are they? Yeah. They stalked us on vacation, released the address of where we were staying. Where? Who?
No. You videoed your vacation.
Right.
And gave your location.
Published photos of outside the house with our cars in the driveway. They made videos showing the house we were staying in, plus the places we were visiting. They published photos that were taken without our knowledge in order to mock and shame us. Where? I don't know who did any of that, but I know that has nothing to do with your case.
No.
That is emotional manipulation, in my opinion.
Oh, I know.
I'm sure we're all on the spreadsheet. I'm sure.
Yeah, we don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. I hope you spelled my name right. She says the abuse has only grown more relentless and intrusive. I'm not even going to talk about the next part because it involves her son. Making fake videos they pretend were made by family members to enforce their false narrative. They're looking to cause as much pain and suffering as possible to a grieving family. Tell me that's not emotional manipulation.
Right.
And but again, nothing to do with the case. Nothing.
You put your children's YouTube channels in your Nightbot. Make that make sense.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you are going to post stuff with your children in it, it is up for grabs. Now, I used a video of yours, but I covered your children's faces because I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't exploit other people's children. I covered their faces. And you've tried to allege that that's me bullying your children. No, it isn't. I don't say anything about your children. I covered their faces, which you refuse to do. I don't know why. I don't know why you refuse to cover their face, especially with, oh my God, all this terrible harassment and horrible people. Why wouldn't you cover their faces? In fact, you don't cover anybody's face. You took pictures of other people's children in bathing suits and put it all over your channel.
Yes, you did.
But whatever, regardless. Again, this has nothing to do with the case. None of that has to do with fair use or copyright takedowns. None of that has to do with this case at all. But this is the basis that you're collecting your money for this case. That is fraud. Mm-hmm. That's fraud. That is a false GoFundMe. Now, you've added at the bottom for the update, probably because you realize, or somebody told you that we said this is fraud. You've tried to add at the bottom, the update from your attorney / nephew. That does have to do with the case. But again, none of that has to do with why you're collecting this money. And the important part of that letter is simply that her attorney was asking for a pre-summary judgment, which basically means this doesn't need to go to a jury. Just you decide, judge, throw this out. It's baseless, basically. Saying, because, they've reached an impasse in settlement negotiations because Carolyn does not want to settle. She's been offered several times to settle. She will not do it. So their point is that Held to the No cannot produce admissible evidence that Carolyn had actual knowledge that the content did not infringe upon her copyrights when she filed the DMCA takedown notices. Okay, that's important. That's important. You guys need to remember that because her attorney is going to address this. Mm-hmm. And it's important that you understand what Carolyn's attorney is trying to say. He's saying that Held to the No can't possibly know what's going on inside of Carolyn's mind, right? So there's no way that she could know whether Carolyn thought it was fair use or not. That's their argument. That's what they're coming to the judge with.
Right.
So held to the nose, attorney.
You want me to share it?
Yeah, give me 1 second. Don't bring it in just yet.
Okay.
Held to the nose attorney. That's not it. Give me 1 second. I gotta grab it. I've got too many tabs open, I think. Held to the nose attorney has written the rebuttal. And we're gonna read through that together. Okay.
Add it?
Yeah, you can add it now. Sorry.
Okay. No.
All right. I can't see the chat, so let me know if I need to stop or explain anything. Okay. I've redacted everything. Held to the no is blue, and Carolyn Merb is red. Okay. Just so we know, because I covered their names. All right. So this is from Held to the Nose attorney. Okay. It says this case involves Merb's DMCA takedown campaign against Held to the No, and is brought under Section 512, blah, 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 of the Copyright Act. This portion of the Copyright Act requires consideration of fair use prior to sending a takedown notice. Okay. So that's the law. The law says you have to consider fair use before you even file. Okay. So a jury must determine whether Merb's actions were sufficient to form a subjective good faith belief about the video's fair use or lack thereof. That's the law. Okay. I love her attorney because he smacks her all the time with the stuff he says. Listen to this. Merb's a self-serving deposition testimony. I love it. Claims consideration of fair use, but her answer, written discovery, deposition, and supplemented browser history are all contradictory. A jury must decide her credibility. Damn. Her self-serving deposition testimony claims that she considered fair use, but her answer, her written discovery, her deposition, and supplemented browser history, they all contradict that.
Why not show this to your audience last night or whenever you was asking for more money for the lawsuit? Because that's what you were doing.
Well, that's why we're showing it. Yeah. She's not showing them this part. She's crying, boo-hoo, harassment, all that they're bullying my baby children, all these terrible things that everyone's supposedly doing to her. And won't put this out. So we'll put it out.
Yeah.
We'll put it out. All right. Held to the No alleged Merb issued DMC takedown notices not to protect her content, but to uncover Held to the No's identity, and failed to consider fair use. Okay. And these are all the documents that discuss that. Initially, Merb, incredibly, denied even submitting the takedown notices. I love this attorney so much.
But it's true.
It's true. I know. And it is incredible. Incredibly, she denied even submitting the takedown notices. I don't know why. Well, she's like,
and he includes, he's included, and you can find that on document 13.
Yeah. Oh, it's all well documented. Yeah, there it is. I love that. I don't know why. I don't know why she denied that. We still don't know why. She's never really explained it. But again, that's what the jury's going to find out. The jury's going to hear that. So you can try to explain it to them, I guess. You can tell them how you ran those answers by your nephew/attorney and see how well that goes. During the discovery process, Merb withheld key information. The refusal to meaningfully participate in discovery multiplied proceedings. In written discovery, she said that she considered fair use through consulting 4 pages of an undated printed copy of a portion of the United States Code. We don't know what that is. I have no idea what that is. No idea. 4 pages. 4 pages of an undated printed copy of a portion of the United States Code.
Hi,
Merb.
Olivia. Sorry. Let me, I have to. So okay. So she's saying, before I issued these strikes, I read 4 pages of documents to make sure that I was doing the right thing. She said
Yes.
that
4
under oath.
pages. Yes, 4 pages. This was in her written discovery. Yeah, she said she referred to the United States Code. She looked at 4 pages. When they asked her about, what's the date of this document? No idea. Where is it? Printed copy. Okay, of a portion of the United States Code. Okay. Also, in her written discovery, she only disclosed 3 web pages, which she referenced by URL in both her interrogatory answers and responses to requests for production. Okay. And they asked her several times, what are these websites? Where did you go? She put them down, but she said she used them. Okay. The problem is, and he's going to say it, those websites, 2 of which don't even have anything to do with fair use or copyright. So she's an idiot. She just copied and pasted them, didn't even bother to check to see if any of them have anything to do with fair use. Eventually, Merb was deposed in July 2024. We read some of that. It was fantastic.
Yeah.
During that deposition, Merb explained that she considered fair use before issuing DMCA takedown notices. She denied making in her answer. She denied. Sorry, let me read it again.
Yeah.
During the deposition, Merb explained that she considered fair use before issuing the DMCA takedown notices that she denied making in her answer. So if she denied making them in her answer, how in the world could she have considered fair use? You didn't even make these, supposedly. Anyways, she also now claimed she reviewed the web pages listed in Interrogatory 6, explaining that she reviewed the URLs but did not turn over browser history in discovery to substantiate the same. Right? Remember, they asked her several times for her browser history. She refused to turn it over because she said that people were going to use that information to try to kill her. So that's good. Yeah, they were going to use that information to get her personal history and hurt her family. Maybe not kill her, but hurt her family or something. I don't know.
Or what did you think they would reach out to your children's sponsors like you did Hell to the No?
I know. She pretends that she doesn't do any of this crap, but she does. I've heard many a clip of her threatening, I'm sure your sister who works for the sheriff's office would love to hear about that, whatever, something like that. You do that all the time, Merb. Knock it off. So she did not turn over the browser history in discovery to substantiate that. When pressed for proof, she considered fair use. We want proof that you considered fair use. Merb could only identify the fact that she completed the forms.
Well, yeah.
And the URLs she visited in her unproduced browser history.
Unproduced.
Because she did not produce browser history, there was a final discovery dispute raised with magistrate. Ultimately, Merb produced her browser history in response at the request that she provide everything she looked at when considering fair use. And let's see, it undercuts her story.
Oh.
Yeah, her browser history was ridiculous. There's nothing in her browser history that even talks about fair use. It's all not related in any way. Merb's recitation of summary judgment leaves out 2 important points. Okay, so the recitation of summary judgment, that's what we just read on the GoFundMe site. Okay, that Heather or Hell to the No could not possibly know what was in Merb's mind when she filed. Right? That's their that's why they want to move this to summary judgment. So here's the response to that. there's two important points. First of all ambiguities and inferences must be drawn in held to the no's favor. So if you can't prove that you looked at A, B, C, D, whatever for fair use, which you cannot prove that, all ambiguities and inferences must be drawn in held to the no's favor. You lose. Second, all credibility questions must be resolved in favor of held to the no. And your credibility is absolutely in question because your browser history provided nothing. You denied even making these DMCA takedown notices. You denied even doing them. You said you visited URLs that had nothing to do with fair use, so that was a lie. So your credibility is in question. And all credibility questions must be resolved in favor of held to the no. That's the law. That's the law. Let's see. A jury must determine whether the defendant's actions were sufficient to form a subjective good faith belief. Let's see. The Copyright Act requires held to the no to show Merb knowingly misrepresented that material is infringing. Many courts have determined that a failure to consider fair use constitutes a knowing misrepresentation under Section 512, a point seemingly conceded in Merb's pre-motion letter. She conceded that. Let's see.
It's tedious. I'm not right.
Let's see. Merb's credibility must be determined by a jury. Held to the no's use of Merb's material was fair use, as will be detailed in held to the no's declaration opposing summary judgment. Merb did not take her deposition. The only support Merb offers for her contention that she considered fair use is self-serving deposition testimony, unsupported by any documentation and contradicting written discovery. Wow. That is not good, ma'am. That's not good at all. The only support Merb offers for her contention she considered fair use. So this is her only like evidence that she considered fair use is her self-serving deposition testimony, unsupported by any documentation and contradicting her written discovery where she denied even making these DMCA takedowns.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna, I mean, that's not a good look.
That's not good. The jury's gonna see all that. You should have settled, man. Why are people so unwilling to just settle? Sarah Boone, looking at you.
I was about to call her Merb Boone. Merb Boone over there, not taking the
Mommy Ramblings Boone over there instead of Mommy Ramblings blog. Yeah, you should have settled, honey. So let's see. Merb's credibility was compromised from the start. She outright denied submitting the takedown notices in her answer. Yeah, that's a big deal. That's a big deal.
Yes.
She just lied. That's a straight up lie. And I don't care if you ran those answers by your attorney and he said, just go with it. No, sorry. That's a lie. And you knew it was a lie. And you filed it anyway. I'm not sure why. But her credibility was compromised from the start. She outright denied submitting the takedown notices in her answer, yet she clearly had confirmations from YouTube. Yeah. They send you a little email, right? When you try to strike someone.
All right.
You obviously had to fill out the paper or the document online. You knew you were filing these. Why would you deny that? Her discovery responses claimed she considered a printed copy of the U.S. Code. During her deposition, she admitted she did not review that document.
Oh, Mom.
Could not specify the date and conceded she provided no copies or links to it in her responses. That's not good. That's not good at all.
But you're the true crime specialist.
And you're lying under oath. What are you doing? You're under oath when you do this stuff, aren't you? Aren't you under oath in a deposition?
Yes.
Don't you have to be sworn in for a deposition? So you're lying.
You absolutely do. And that's, what are you thinking? I'll tell you what you think. You're not thinking.
You're not. You're not at all. You're thinking that you're going to lie your way out of this like you do everything else. And that's not going to happen here. Merb exhibited a fundamental misunderstanding of the DMCA.
Mm-hmm.
She could have prepared herself to discuss fair use before her deposition. He's so snarky. I love him.
Okay.
However, her post-deposition supplemented discovery reveals she was untruthful, either in her written discovery, during her deposition, or both. Damn. That's not good. Her post-deposition supplemented discovery, which is all her browser history.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, they asked her for it, and the guy was like, I don't know if you're kidding or not. He's like, no, I am asking. And he's like, it's due today. What are you talking about? We're at the deposition right now. This stuff was due. And he goes, Carolyn, if you could just submit your browser history, that'd be great.
Yeah.
So she supplemented her browser history. And here's what that revealed. She was untruthful, either in her written discovery, during her deposition, or both. It revealed that you're a whole ass liar. This is good. Her browser history does not show review of the web pages she claimed to have reviewed before submitting the takedown notices. Damn, that's bad. That's bad.
Merb.
So at no time in your browser history do you have any evidence of you even looking at the web pages that you claim to have looked at. You have no proof of that at all. None.
What? Okay. Merb, come in chat. Did you not panic when you had to turn those over at all?
I don't know what she's thinking. I don't know what she's thinking, man.
Right.
Like you what did you think, that you were going to show them 85 to 100 websites and they weren't going to look to see if any of them covered fair use? Because I'll tell you what, none of them did. None of them did. Not one. Of the 3 URLs she identified in response to an interrogatory and referenced during her deposition, 2 have nothing to do with fair use, as will be shown by held to the nose declaration. 2 of those 3 websites that she wrote down, which she copied and pasted off of YouTube help, 2 of them have nothing to do with fair use. Nothing.
No.
Yet she claims that that's what she used to consider fair use. She's lying. You're lying. You didn't consider whether it was fair use or not. You were mad because she made the video. You didn't like the video and you tried to punish her. That's what this is. That's what this is. Period.
Mm-hmm. And you and people like you use that because sometimes a bot will get it. And that's why y'all do that. Y'all don't look and see if it's fair use. People,
not at all. Not even a little bit.
Mm-mm.
Didn't even look. And you can't prove that you did. You can't prove that you did. There's not a website. There's not a book. There's nothing. You have nothing that proves that you even considered whether it was fair use or not, because you didn't.
Yeah.
You're lying.
Yep.
The one of the websites, okay, so 2 of the websites don't even discuss fair use. The one that does discuss fair use does not even appear in her browser history. She didn't even click it. She didn't even click it. My God. Thus, her sworn to interrogatory response was false. The 50 pages of browser history Merb provided.
I don't know if you know this or not, Merb. That is absolutely against the law, by the way, to lie under oath.
Yes, it is very much so. The 50 pages, Randy. 50 pages. They Sarah Booned her. They dropped, 500 pages, 50 pages of browser history. And somebody had to painstakingly look through each of those links to see if any of them covered fair use. And none of them did. The 50 pages of browser history Merb provided contained unrelated content, and none were visited around the time of the DMCA takedown.
But let's look on the bright side. Those people that had to read all that stuff probably learned how to decoupage.
Well, we can hope. God only knows what her 50 pages of browser history has. God only knows. Merb is hardly credible. I love this attorney so much. She's hardly credible. At trial, it will be shown to the jury that her true purpose for the DMCA takedowns was not to protect her content. She uses the DMC to identify anonymous posters, which will be explained in a declaration from Hell to the No. And at trial, by questioning Merb about her intentions and using her own videos to demonstrate her past admissions of filing DMC takedowns to uncover identities of anonymous YouTube channels. Okay, good. That's what I was asking you. Remember, Randy, I asked you, do they have anything, any clips of her where she admits that she's filing these to get people's information? And he is saying right here, right here that they do.
Yes.
That Hell to the No has that. They have, and using her own videos to demonstrate her past admissions of filing DMC takedowns to uncover identities of anonymous YouTube channels should she need to be impeached. And she's going to need to be impeached because she's going to deny that. And you're going to pull up her videos and use her own words against her. Oh my God. I want to be at this trial so bad.
Last night Jim said to me, because we're watching The Sopranos. I would love to go to New Jersey and New York. And I'm like, well, I won't tell you what I said about the M&M store, but I will say that
there's an interesting trial coming up.
Yeah. And there's a trial there.
I mean, this paragraph alone ends the whole thing. Merb is hardly credible. Look at this. This attorney, this chef's kiss. I love this attorney. I love that he's snarky and he calls it out exactly as it is. It will be shown to the jury that her true purpose for the DMC takedowns was not to protect her content. She uses DMCA to identify anonymous posters, which will be explained in a declaration from Hell to the No, and at trial by questioning Merb about her intentions and using her own videos to demonstrate her past admissions of filing DMCA takedowns to uncover identities of anonymous YouTube channels.
Well, then that's why, Merb, when you do that snarky little talk under your breath thing, you got to be careful what you say. Because you think you're being cutesy and, letting people know, I'm going to get you.
Right. Yeah, your little threats that you make.
Yeah, but those are all
admitted this, and they have video proof of it apparently, and that you're fucked.
You're fucked.
Because you admit that the reason you file these is to get their information. Using DMCA takedowns for purposes other than enforcing copyright precludes summary judgment, meaning this has to go to a jury.
It's over, Snowline. It is over. I hope you're feeling well. Snowline.
Here, Merb does not understand fair use. She did not understand the DMCA, and she has no system for its consideration. Her only proof of consideration was her own statement and the fact that she submitted the takedowns. That requires a jury to determine credibility. Merb, at best, was willfully blind. At best.
Yeah.
At worst, blind. She's a scumbag who wants to get people's personal private information for the purposes of intimidation, harassment, and doxing.
Right, going after the kids.
Yes. That's what you do. All the things that are in your GoFundMe, you say are done to you. You do that shit.
That's the thing is, you say these people go after your children, but and I would never go after your children. I think your boys are beautiful. But you put them, they're on YouTube, they have channels, you share their link. Hell to the no, son's not on YouTube. He's not involved in this. Why should his sponsors get called like they did? Because that's what you did, Merb.
Yeah, that's not good, Merb.
No.
That's not good.
And you can come back and you can say, people contacted my sponsors. Those are the people you need to worry about then, not someone's child.
Right. Maybe if you didn't lie about your sponsors, people wouldn't feel the need to contact them. But regardless, we didn't contact your sponsors. We don't do that kind of shit. And I know this isn't about us.
No.
But you're using the copyright takedown process for punishment. I don't know if I'm allowed to say, Charlie. Are we allowed to say how much?
No, we can't say, Charlie.
Okay, we're not allowed to say how much, Charlie.
But it wouldn't have, let me say.
It's a fraction. It's a fraction of what she's being sued for. And it's also a fraction of what she already has in the GoFundMe.
And there's been, it's not just one. There's been a few offered, several actually. And she's turned them all down. And when I tell you that for her and her GoFundMe, if she pulled out the money of her GoFundMe of $12,000, she would have made money on this lawsuit.
Yes.
Much money.
Lots of money.
Not just a little. Yeah.
Not a little. Right. Lots.
Mm-hmm.
So at best, she was willfully blind. There is a question of fact regarding whether Merb was willfully blind as to the applicability of fair use. Regarding knowledge of a high probability that a fact exists, was aware of held to the nose claim of fair use as she received notifications contending as much. Second, regarding her actions to avoid learning the same. Nothing in her browser history suggests she even viewed the allegedly infringing content. She didn't even look at the video.
No, she used that thing that pops up on YouTube that says, this, you may want to look into this.
Yes. Yes.
You know what that means?
She didn't even look at the video to even see if it was fair use or not. She didn't even look at it. There's nothing in her browser history to show that she even viewed the video. Wow. Wow.
They can tell that in your browser. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she gave him 50 pages of browser history. And guess what? None of those links were. The video. The video that she struck down. She didn't even look at it. She didn't even click on it to see if it was fair use or not.
And you're the one, Merb, who wants a jury trial, by the way. You, not anyone else. No one else. The jury is going to see where you didn't even watch the videos.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Warrior Grandma.
You didn't even look at the videos.
So when it comes back that you didn't watch the videos, they're going to ask you, then how did you know it wasn't fair use if you didn't watch the video?
Right. How is it that you considered fair use or not? How did you do that if you didn't even look at the video?
Because that tool that people on this platform absolutely abuse. All it says is look at this. Look into it.
Yeah. I get that all the time.
Yeah.
And you know who they want me to strike? Because that tool isn't very helpful. Because you know who they want me to strike? Law and Crime Network, Court TV. They think that they're using my content. No, I'm using theirs. No. Like, I'm using their content. Please don't send them this message, okay? That's who they want me to strike. Look, Court TV is using your content. No, they're not. They're not, though. I'm using their content, which is okay. Apparently, they don't mind. But still, like, honestly, that's who they want me to strike. Like, no, I'm not going to do that. Thank you. So that tool is not very helpful. So please don't only use that tool, okay? Because I could strike them, but I don't think I'd win. Let's see. All things consulted when making fair use determinations, not including the alleged videos. Yes, Peter, that is true. Merb asked for summary judgment, held to the nose, asking for a jury. Yes, that is true.
Oh, I apologize. I got it backwards. I apologize.
Yeah.
Peter.
Yeah. Have I not been saying it correctly?
No, I said it backwards.
Okay. Yeah. No. Held to the no wants a jury trial. We're reading Held to the No's attorney's document. They want the jury trial because they feel like right here, credibility must be assessed by a jury.
So I'm wrong, and that's a smart move on Held to the Nose part to want the jury. Hey, Amer.
Hey, Amer. Good to see you, hon. As there are numerous factual disputes, especially regarding her understanding and application of fair use under DMCA. So he's going out of the country for a few of these days. Their next court appearance is January 9th, I believe. I don't know if that starts the trial or what happens on January 9th, but that is the next thing that is happening. So there is your Merb update.
Yeah, that's where I got it mixed up, Jolie. Right. But here's the thing. She also made a statement like, yeah, her attorney's going on vacation while my attorney is working on this case.
No, your attorney doesn't do shit for this case. The time that her attorney has tried to even talk to your attorney, he's been out of the office. He doesn't even have your folder, your file in front of him. He refuses to answer emails, phone calls, nothing. Mm-hmm. He's embarrassing. Shut up. Shut up about your attorney. Held to the Nose attorney has earned a vacation, and he's allowed to take one, just like you take 8 vacations a year, right, Merb? And what do? Nothing.
Well, I'll tell you what she wants to do. She wants to get a party bus. And Irene, I don't know. I don't know what about that. A party bus to this trial, and they go on their celebration when it's done.
Well, I mean, with all the money that she's getting in her GoFundMe, she could probably pay for that. Yeah. Since none of that's going to be needed for this.
Crazy.
That's a fraudulent GoFundMe. I'm sorry, Merb. It is a fraudulent GoFundMe. If I were you, I would take down all of the crap in there and only put copyright stuff up, because all of your lying about all the harassment and everything else, the bullying of your children and all this, none of that has anything to do with this case. None of it. Yes, unduly burdensome. Exactly, Melina. None of that has anything to do with this case. And the fact that you're using it to emotionally manipulate your audience and try to get them to believe you have some kind of a case, you have no case. Your thing about they have to prove that you or she can't prove what may or may not be going on in your head. This law takes care of all of that. All ambiguities and inferences must be drawn in Held to the No's favor, and any credibility questions must be resolved in favor of Held to the No. That's the law. And since you don't have any proof, browser history or otherwise, that you even looked at the videos, let alone considered whether or not they were fair use, plus we have clips of you admitting that you do this to get their private information, your credibility is shot. You have nothing. You have nothing. I don't know why your attorney is not telling you that. I don't know why he's not telling you to take this deal and run. But for whatever reason, you're trying to push this all the way to a jury, and I don't know if you're going to like the results.
Hey, Wild One.
Hey, Wild One. Good to see you, honey.
I don't think you're going to like the result. I just don't.
I mean, when I
Hey, my
read,
crazy life.
hey, my crazy life, when I read Merb's attorney's motion for summary judgment, when I read that and I saw where it said that, you know, held to the no can't possibly know what's going on inside of Merb's brain, you know, whether or not she considered fair use. I was nervous. And I told you that.
Yeah.
I was nervous because I thought, well, damn, that's probably true. How can we possibly know? And that's when I asked you, does she have clips? Does she have any clips of Merb where she admits that she files these DMCA takedowns to get their private information and punish people? Like, do we have any proof of that? You didn't know. I didn't know. So I was nervous. Then I read this. And I thought, oh, okay. All ambiguities and inferences must be drawn and held to the no's favor. And credibility questions must also be resolved in favor of held to the no. This woman doesn't have a hope in hell.
You know what, Stitching Girl? And as it should.
Yes. Yes, as it should.
Yes, it should. Because, you know, I don't go around willy-nilly striking people. And we all know that Richard struck me when I was 100% fair use.
Yes.
100%.
Yep. Yeah. Yeah. You're not supposed to be using it as, you know, your bulldog.
Mm-mm. And sometimes the reason they win is because they get that stupid bot that just
doesn't even want to fight. So they go, fine, take it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, and they'll reinstate it after 14 days and, you know, whatever, unless he says he's going to take you to court or, you know, and it's a lot of crap.
Well,
you know,
I don't know.
Time wasters and frustration.
Hey, Miss Lee. Well, the thing, my crazy life is it's not a joke to get terminated, because when you get terminated, you're not supposed to ever have another channel.
Right. You're not. You're not at all. Once you get terminated, you're supposed to be done.
I.e. Natasha.
Hey, Miss Leah. Good to see you, honey.
Yes.
Yes, Natasha. Yeah, she's another one.
Katie.
Heather has a ton of, Katie. Negs. Negs' ban evading channel just got taken recently. Heather has a ton of info, clips, etc. that the lawyer already has access to. Good, Jackie Burns, because that was my question to Randy, if she knew if Held to the No had any clips of Merb admitting that she files these DMCA takedowns for basically for punishment or to get people's personal information. And apparently, according to this document, they have it. They have clips. And they'll use those clips to impeach her, because she'll get on the stand and say that she doesn't. And then they'll play the clips. And now you look like a liar in front of the jury. Again. Not good.
Because they're already going to hear how, do you live at such and such? No. When you do. Do you have the channel, Mommy Ramblings? No.
Do you make money on your channel? No. Like, all the things that you denied in your written denials, those alone should give the jury hiccups from laughing so hard. Okay. They were pathetic. And for you in deposition to be like, I ran those answers by my attorney and he said, just go ahead. Like, what?
I don't know if I believe that, or maybe he believed that.
I don't know. I think he probably doesn't want to argue with her, because who would want to? Look at how fucking exhausting it is arguing with this woman.
Right.
You know, he probably doesn't want to argue with her. He's like, fine, I guess if you want to look like a fool in front of the jury, that's not on me. You're the client, not me.
Right. And she sat there and totally fixed her lips after all this attorney has went through dealing with her, to say he doesn't deserve a vacation, or he shouldn't be going on vacation. My lawyer is working.
Right. When you're on your, sixth vacation already this year, ma'am?
Yeah.
You know, we know how exhausting it is picking up shells. So we know it's a working vacation for you. We know.
Well, gotta have shells to sell.
Of course. They're such big sellers. Ridiculous. Ridiculous.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But that's the update.
Yeah. Let me do something right quick. It is a new month. Hold on. Let me see. Wait, wrong button.
Sorry. Ashley's over here sneezing.
Oh no.
She's over here sneezing. I got to give her little antihistamine treat.
Welcome, Calamity. Welcome, Amer. Welcome, Valerie. Welcome, Miss Leah. P-Day. Welcome. Y'all are going to love it here.
That's right.
Merinos. Hope you're joining our Google Meet.
And use your member emojis.
Yes, feel free to use it. Well, which I don't know if I have any that goes with this.
Oh.
But I probably do. Let's see. Hey, Remy. Long time no see.
Hey, Remy. I was just thinking about you the other day.
Well, we have had streams about it before. And hey, Nana L. Sometimes Florida Gray Lady goes over them. So, but
Well,
then there's also the website.
What are you talking about?
She want to know, what are the prior court filings?
Oh, okay, yeah.
That's right, Alicia. Lenny's, how is she not nervous? I don't know. Good question. Because I would be nervous. I would be nervous.
Yeah.
If I was innocent going in. You're welcome, Amer. And hey, Yor, good to see you.
Merb is out here doing Merb stuff. That is true. Hey, Yor.
We really need that on shirts.
What?
Merb out here doing Merb stuff.
Oh, God. We will get so hit with every copyright infringement at all.
Why? Her name is not Merb, is it?
No, she hates that name, actually.
Yeah. We're cool.
She refuses to answer that name.
We're a little bit safe there.
That's true. That's true. It's not you. You hate that name.
Right, JC Ray. It seems like, that while she was reading or copying and pasting the stuff to her GoFundMe and the other people there.
Well, right, JC. She doesn't read anything about this case because she's losing this case. Like, her credibility is embarrassing.
Yeah.
She looks ridiculous. She's lied several times under oath and in writing. 50 pages of web browser history, not one of them links to a fair use document or the video in question. Like, you look ridiculous. So, and that's why she doesn't cover this case. She only covers the crap that her little baby nephew, / attorney puts out because it sounds scary. And it did. When I read it, I was nervous. I thought, oh, well, then this isn't going to go anywhere because she's right. How can we possibly know what's in her brain?
I mean, we do, but
we don't have any proof. If we could prove it, we need to be able to prove that we know what's in her brain. And what better to prove that with than her own words on video? So that's handled. Like, have you told your audience that, Merb? That there's video of you out there admitting that you file these takedown notices to get people's private information for the purposes of intimidation, punishment, doxing, harassment, whatever your reasons. No, you don't tell your audience that. You just tell your audience that you're a terrible victim and everybody's being so mean to you and your babies. You're lying. You're lying. I've yet to see you prove that anyone's harassing your children.
Yeah,
In fact, we even have the video of her where she claims she's getting a phone call, and you hear the call. The person says, "Hey," and she hangs up and says, "Now they're making sexual threats towards my children."
The lawyer has all that.
They said, "Hey,"
and the lawyer has all that because that's character, and that's going to prove to this jury you that you lie. Yeah,
you're lying to your audience to try to grift money off of them.
Tell your people, or maybe you already have told them, that how it's supposed to happen in January, but you're pushing it. You're trying to push it till vacation time.
How do you know that? How do you know that? That's true?
Yes.
She's trying to really get a party bus and push it to vacation time? Really? Wow. Well, I'm sure that GoFundMe will be very helpful. Too bad it's fraud. That whole GoFundMe is fraudulent.
Yeah. Okay. And I know for sure now that attorney knows about the fraudulent GoFundMe, and it will be brought up. It's being watched.
Wow.
I think that's it. To me, that is just right. You might as well write your own ticket and pay your ticket. You could have gotten out way cheaper, and I don't understand how your ego won't allow you to humble yourself. For sure, Vicky. For sure.
Let me see if this is the video.
I'm not putting you on speakerphone, so your little 15 minutes of fame is done.
You hear them? They say, "Hey."
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Now talking about doing stuff to my boys.
Wow. I thought she said sexual stuff to her boys, so I'm glad to be wrong on that. But either way, that wasn't about your boys. That wasn't any kind of a threat to your boys. They said, "Hey." It sounded like a robocall. It sounded like a robot call voice anyway. You heard it very clearly. And she tells her audience, now they're talking about doing stuff to my boys. You're lying. You're lying to emotionally manipulate your people to give you money. Hey, 80s girl. Good to see you.
Hey, 80s girl.
Like, you're pathetic, Merb.
I have to say that one, I was like, there's no, just no length she won't go to be a victim. And
right.
I mean, so
here she is threatening hell to the no son. Hold on.
Imagine. Toyota sponsors your son, don't they? You know what, Heather? I think you're going to bring a lot of shame on your son. A lot of shame when they find out what his mother was doing. And you're going to be exposed tonight, as you should.
Huh. I wonder what the jury's going to think about that. Tell me you didn't get her personal and private information so you could threaten her son.
Peter, I'm going to go ahead and answer your question, and then I'm going to block you because I really don't want anywhere near you. I forgive you for things that you've done, but I don't want near you. That call has everything to do with character. Maybe not copyright, but it has things to do with character.
No, it has nothing to do with copyright. What it has to do with is her threatening Heather, hell to the no, and her family. It goes to her character, as Randy said. It goes to her credibility. of her claiming to be this terrible victim of everybody harassing her family when she's out there harassing families herself.
Mhm.
And if she used this copyright takedown to get that information that it was Heather, that is proof that she did not consider fair use and instead files these DMCAs for punishment, private information, etc., as we've been saying all night. That's what it has to do with.
Right. Oh, knitting. They asked what that had to do with copyright, but I know who that is. They gave themselves away a long time ago in email, and I just want nothing to do with them at all. But I don't want to go into it any deeper than that. I just want them to pretend that I died and they came to my funeral. That's it.
As far as experts being brought in to evaluate her, unless that would be before the trial, and they'd have to have a reason to do that. I don't think they need to do that for this case. Yes, 80s girl. So we need proof of that. You heard it.
But here's the thing. She was in her Slack and in her Zooms.
Well, we just if somebody has it on recording, which according to her attorney, Help to the Nose attorney says they do, that's what they need. That's what they need. If they've got that, then they're fine. It doesn't have to do with copyright so much as this case is all about her credibility as well. You heard the attorney. How many times did he say the word credibility? The jury is there to judge her credibility. BBT showed it in a video. Well, good. As long as Help to the No has it, which her attorney says they do.
Yeah.
So.
Well, she 80s girl just said BBT showed it in a video. So. Yeah. Of course, I don't know what video is. I'm not.
Right. I mean, as long as Help to the No has it, which it sounds like she does. I know there's so much that we could tell the judge, but we have to remember this isn't about Merb as a whole, as an asshole. This is about Merb and her copyright, her abuse of the copyright system.
Right.
That's what this case is about, which is why I'm offended at her entire GoFundMe description, where not once is there any talk of copyright. It's all about how she's a victim and everyone harasses her and attacks her family and attacks her children and, uses her tragedy as a weapon against her and all of these things. When we have so many pieces of evidence to show the opposite of that you're the one who attacks families. Why are you going after Help to the No's son and his sponsorships? Why?
Right. Had nothing to do with it.
Right. The nerve of you to then cry foul. And that phone call where you said that, now they're talking about doing stuff to my son. You're lying. You're lying.
Good to see you.
Hey, Tracy.
Right.
The other thing is, remember, we have those messages that were leaked from her Slack, I guess, where she admits that nobody was talking about her son, and she came live and screamed her head off at everybody for no reason other than she was lied to or misled or whatever. And she knew that no one had talked about him, and so did all the people in there. And instead of coming live and apologizing and making it right, you ran with it anyway for money because it was tax time and you wanted to pay your taxes. Disgusting.
Yes. It's sad.
You lie and emotionally manipulate your audience for money, and it's gross. And you need to knock it off.
Yeah, but because that whole GoFundMe, well, you've already said it, it's manipulation. And
all of it.
So many of her sentences used is there, it's just what you do to other people. And I am confident in saying this. Sarah Boone's speech the other day would be the same speech Merb would give.
Yes.
I guarantee that. No
Blaming
apology.
everybody but herself. Yes.
Yeah.
Everybody but herself, taking no accountability for her own behavior, what she's done to cause any of this or perpetuate this, keep it going. You know, the things that you have done, Merb. You know, you like to pretend that you don't go low and take pot shots at people's body. You talked about my body before.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about my body. What does my body have anything to do with the facts that I'm saying? Nothing. You do. You do all the things that you claim everybody does to you. And you take no accountability for your own behavior and what it has caused.
Right.
And the hurt that you have caused other people. You don't care.
No.
You're very much like Sarah Boone. Very much. The world owes you and nothing else.
Yep.
Pathetic. Pathetic.
You know, you hit that stride with the Chris Watts case and you got used to a certain amount of money and you've never been able to recover, you know, and I've seen it happen to a lot of channels. And not saying, you know, that mine's not one of them. But when you purposely go around hurting people, you never win. You never win. I don't know why no one taught you this or you can't learn it. But you'll never win.
You know, I mean, it's called integrity. Look into it. You know, to write the stuff that you write on that GoFundMe for the purposes of manipulating your audience into giving you cash.
Because you have a few new people. Yeah.
Right. And they don't know the history. And I don't know if they're going to see this. I have no idea. I hope they do. I hope they do before they give you money. Because that's their hard-earned money. Why should they give it to you?
Well, and if they want to, but they should know the whole truth and not a half truth.
Right. Based on lies. Exactly. That's what I said.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why should they give you their hard-earned money based on nothing but your lies?
What's wrong, Alicia? Let's see. Let me find your comment. The first comment. Are you talking about this trial thing? Absolutely, Amer. Absolutely. After more than a year and a half out, I'm angry recently. Drugs from. I hope not. I don't know that they'll let them come in. I don't know though.
What?
Let the kids come in the courtroom. I don't know. They might. They may.
Whose kids?
Merb's.
I don't know. Are minors allowed to be in courtrooms?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know the rules about a courtroom if a minor is allowed to be in there. I guess with their parent, like if Jimmy went with them, I guess.
Does anyone have any idea if it's legal to put a trademark name onto a craft and then sell it? No, you can't do that.
Is it your trademark?
No, it's like crocheting a doll and calling it a Cabbage Patch doll. You can't do that.
No, you can't do that. Okay, so minors are generally allowed in the court gallery, but it's important to note that young children may not be recommended due to the formal nature of court proceedings and the potential disruption. If a child becomes disruptive, they may be asked to leave. Oh, I just got a Cash App. Thank you so much. Thank you, honey. That is so kind of you. Thank you. If a child becomes disruptive, they may be asked to leave the courtroom with their guardian. So it's saying that, yeah, generally they are allowed in the courtroom.
Oh, thank you. I got one too. Thank you. I don't know, Charlie. I don't know.
Well, the January 9th, I believe, is going to be Zoom. Let me see. It's going to be Yes, it's going to be teleconference. January 9th at 11:30 via teleconference. That is ordered by the judge.
And the fact Merb was saying, y'all act like this. This is not going to be in New York. This is not in New York City. Blah, 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 blah.
So it's going to be on the phone instead?
Well, it's a different city, but it's really close or whatever. I don't really know. But they've always known where it's going to be. Why are you just finding out, Merb? Did you not care enough to find out? Like, they've known that. No, it won't be public. I don't think it'll be public.
If we could get the Zoom call link, we could listen in. I mean, it is public. They do let those things be public. You just have to get you have to get the link.
Yeah, it's in White Plains,
and then they have to let you in. So you could be there, but everyone's going to see you there. And Merb is going to, I'm sure, say, there's no reason for her to be here. Get her out of here. And then you'll be dismissed pretty quickly, probably.
Well, you'll have to double search my name. I'm on the witness list.
Right.
Y'all keep talking while y'all look. Shh.
You can try to sneak in and pretend, that you're important to the case. You'll probably be found out pretty quickly.
Yeah, I don't think you can hide either. I think it says Randy has joined.
Yeah, and I believe you have to be on camera as well. So what is happening? I think it's just okay, let's see. There's going to be a conference. Her belt to the nose attorney exceeded the page limits. And I noticed that too, because the documents, as they go up, as you guys know, I get all of these documents, right? I pay for them and I keep them. Well, some of them are duplicates because when the judge signs off on something, he re-uploads the same document with his little notes at the bottom. So I don't need to pay for that. Usually I find that out way too late though. So I've already paid for it, but it doesn't matter. They're cheap. That's not why I'm saying it. I'm just saying it because in one of the notes he wrote, you have exceeded the page limits, like he's very long-winded. And that was the document we just read. The document we just read exceeded the page limits. And so he goes, I apologize for exceeding the page limits in your individual practices. In my haste to prepare the response within the shortened time frame, I misread your individual practices concerning response page limits. I have noted this in our files and will ensure it does not happen again. Oh, I love him. I just love that attorney. He's such a good guy.
Yeah, he is.
And he doesn't whine. He just apologizes and is done with it. Don't whine. Sorry, you missed it. They had a very shortened time frame because Merb's attorney said, you need to answer this by November, whatever date. Like he had, a few days to respond. And as you can see, he put together, we just read it, a very detailed document as a response. And so, yeah, it went long, but it was well worth it. And I'm glad that he did because I thought it was an incredible document. It's my favorite document yet. I love it.
Oh, okay. Federal court will be live and in person. Oh, look, I haven't eaten popcorn in a long time, but I think I'm going to bring some to that one.
Are we going to be able to see it?
What was the word on the street?
Well, I would love to know. If we can see that, I would love to watch it. And if there's any way we can stream it, we will.
Mm-hmm. Trust.
Yeah. Well, if we can find a way to do it, we will do it, you guys.
Yeah. He's the bulldog. You're right, Jackie. He's the bulldog.
I know, Warrior Grandma. You're right. Brevity. You don't need to be long-winded to prove her a fool. And that is true. But I appreciated the fact that I didn't feel like he was long-winded in any way in this document. I felt like he really was, succinct, right to the point, made his points. But even that is too long for this judge. It's not too long for the law. It's just too long for this judge, apparently. So.
Never mind.
Never mind what?
It's not allowed for camera recordings.
Ah,
Boo.
boo hiss. I do too, Warrior Grandma. I love his snarky comments about her. It makes me happy every time. They're
Again,
so funny.
reminding us of the Sarah Boone trial
Yes.
where Mr.
Where-
J.
Yes. Sister J would make snarky comments too. I loved it. I loved it every time. Yes. Yes, he would. He would make snarky comments at Sarah Boone too.
You know,
Oh,
that the trial that Merb said that I was putting the
yes, your jury
jury in
tampering.
danger.
Putting the
That
jury in
one.
danger, Randy. Shameful. How could you do such a thing?
Right.
Where's that video? Where is that video? Hang on. I got it right here. Let's just watch it for fun.
Okay.
Here it is. Listen.
And I don't know if that's someone that was talking online about jury reactions, because you can't do that. You can't talk about the jury in a current case. You can't do that. You're putting the jurors' lives in danger, and it's could be considered jury tampering, and that's wrong. And you could cause a mistrial.
That's not jury tampering. You're stupid.
I always forget that I left my response in there. That's not jury tampering. You're stupid.
Hey, bad.
That's not very nice.
I will never forget that.
Never. It's hilarious.
That's how. Hey, did I say hi, Beth?
It's wrong. It's you can't do that. It's wrong.
You will be forever burned in my brain as the person that said online in front of people in public that I was jury tampering.
And putting their lives in danger.
Yeah.
Well,
That's kind of like the time you called the FBI and told them that I was threatening you.
oh man. Oh
Like,
my gosh.
you know, I don't know which one is funnier.
There's so many. There's so many good ones.
Yes. Or the time that you tried to strike me while I was live showing a public court case of yours. This one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what's better. No, jury tampering. It's the best. I don't know. She doesn't. Well, Lenny's, she probably does believe that because she doesn't step outside of her box. The only chats that she's willing to go to are the ones who are like slapping around people, like, you know, me or Wendy or, you know, the hell to the no.
Yes.
She's not willing to go and watch someone like Susan Constantine or someone like Court TV who do jury reactions. Someone like Surviving the Survivor. All these channels do that. And Merb's over there, no, you can't do that with an active case. And she said it with such authority, you know, that I love it. I love that. Thank you.
It's crazy to me. Crazy.
Yeah, the FBI had better things to do, so they called my little town police. And they were very upset with me. Be careful what I say, because Merb threatened to call my cops again. Because I didn't get arrested, I guess. I don't know. I was sternly talking to, if you believe that.
Don't say that. She's already threatened to get the body camera footage and everything.
Right.
Oh,
If
man.
Merb loses her case in court, will she also lose her YouTube channel?
No.
Now, I don't think you can.
I don't think that judge has any jurisdiction over her YouTube channel.
Mm-mm.
I wonder though, what if she does lose, what the award will be. Like, what will I mean, are they going to, you think you think they'll give her the whole $100,000? Like, I wonder. Or will she get part of that?
I don't know, because here's what she's not thinking of. Merb, this is what I want you to think of. You know, a judge's patience only goes so far. And he's been fooling with you and this stuff for a very long time now. Okay?
Yeah.
And he's read all this stuff. And thank you, Valerie. Got Stephen Stearns coming up. Anyway, so then, you keep wanting to change court dates, and who does that sound like? Sarah Boone.
Boom. Yeah,
When
absolutely.
it was time for her to get sentenced, she got the complete maximum sentence, which is life.
And he said 0 words to her,
Yeah.
Randy. Nothing.
Right.
Nothing. He just, I've looked over this. I've heard everything. I've read all 85 emails and, 150 witness statements, everything else you fucking sent me. And life. Goodbye. Like, that was
Yeah.
it. He said no words. He has been waiting to say that for 4.5 years.
And I know that you're not going to listen to me. You're not going to take my advice. You're not going to settle. I know. But I want you to think about that. And in this case, you're Sarah.
Yeah.
You're caught. It's all on video.
Yeah. If Hell to the No really does have the videos that her attorney says they have, I don't know how you're going to have a shot at winning, because those videos impeach your testimony. Well, your own actions impeach your testimony. First of all, your testimony's already been impeached, but these videos impeach it even further, because they prove that you didn't consider fair use, that you file these DMCA takedowns as punishment.
Yeah. So
and
when
private information.
right, and when they see that you didn't even watch the videos,
Right. You didn't even click the video. There's no evidence in your 50 pages of browser history. Do you realize how many websites that is, Randy? 50
no.
pages? 50? It's not 50 websites. It's 50 pages of websites. Front and back.
Front and back.
I just said 50
Yeah.
pages of website, and somebody had to painstakingly go through each one and click them.
Mhm.
And it was nothing but a waste of time.
And wasn't in one of those pages Hell to the Nose videos.
Right. Or anything about copyright infringement. Anything about fair use. Nothing. Nothing. Why would you even turn that in? Now I know why you didn't want to turn that in. I don't blame you. It's a joke.
Yeah, 100 grand plus court costs, plus all of the attorney fees, which are not even a little cheap for Hell to the No.
Right.
Wow, 2.5 years. And like,
It's a lot of
she
money.
doesn't have a nephew doing this for free and a GoFundMe for side money.
Right. That she's emotionally manipulating everybody with a bunch of lies that have nothing to do with this case, nothing at all. But using that to get your, convince your people that you're such a victim and everybody's so mean to you and you're the innocent party over here. You don't do anything to anybody. So full of shit.
Well, Stitchy Girl, I would say that when YouTube finds out she lost in court for false copyright strikes, that might be a whole new ball game. But I don't think a judge can say, take down your channel.
No, I don't think it has any jurisdiction over Google, which is what owns YouTube.
Yeah.
So I don't think in this, especially at this case, I mean, I suppose it could go further, but Google is the one that owns YouTube. So a judge isn't going to have, at least I can't imagine that this judge will have jurisdiction over something like that. But, maybe I'm wrong. I could have been wrong before.
Yeah. It's just when you could have settled for so much less.
Yes. What was the nature?
True, 80s girl.
Yeah, 80s girl. What was the nature of that, though? Was that harassment? Because this is just copyright.
I don't think it was harassment.
What was the nature?
I don't know. To tell you, I don't know. Okay, so now I'm allowed to say so far, Merb, please think about this. So far, $35,000 has been spent from Hell to the No side.
On just attorney fees.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And that doesn't include a huge one that's coming up.
Wow.
Now, I mean, that one that's coming up is very huge, by the way.
Because that's the actual like court, right?
Yes.
Like,
and receipts on this side can be shown. Can the receipts be shown on your side, Merb, that you've spent a dime to your lawyer?
Right. Have you given your nephew anything? I don't think so. Because remember, she said it was gonna, it's like 25,000 just to talk to him, and another 2,000 every time he, like it was all this stuff. She's not shown one speck of proof that she's put out a dime.
Oh, okay. Let's see what Pink says. Hey, Pink, good to see you. YouTube can suspend or terminate a user's account or access to the service if they breach the terms of service if YouTube is required to do so by a court order.
Right.
Pow.
But I don't. Right. And I understand that. I just don't know if this judge has any jurisdiction. That's all I'm saying. I know it can be done. I just don't know if this judge has any ability to do any of that.
It's not her nephew, Valerie?
Yes, it is. How do you know it's not? What do you mean it's not her nephew? Yes, it is.
It is, actually.
Yeah, it's her nephew.
Mm-hmm.
The lawyer said he thought she was giving the nephew money, but who knows? Well, she's not shown not even a little bit of proof. She's shown nothing.
And see, this is where, and I know that I've said this before. Like, if I start a GoFundMe to take somebody to court, do not donate. I will get over it. Because
Valerie, look at what Valerie just said. She says that's not her nephew. Valerie says, I know it is.
Oh, I'm sorry, Valerie.
He tells people that that's not her nephew? Are you kidding?
Yes, it is, ma'am.
What? You lie about the weirdest shit. Why do you lie so much about the weirdest stuff?
I didn't even know that she was denying it. I had no idea.
Why would you do that? You just lie to lie, man. Sarah Boone.
Yeah.
You are Sarah Boone, man. I'm telling you. Another narcissist out of control.
That also, and this started with a game, and it's called Sit Around the Table and Pick the Short Straw.
Mm.
And her nephew picked the short straw, bless his heart.
Yes, totally. You know he did. His name is Matry, her family name. I mean, we knew that it was her. I don't know how we knew that was her nephew. How did we find out?
We've always known. I think because she's bragged about her attorney family.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, that's so weird, Valerie. Why would she try to tell people that's not her nephew now? That's so dumb.
Yeah,
you lie about the weirdest shit. You know what that tells me? That tells me that you think your audience is stupid, Merb.
Mm-hmm.
See, I feel like I know our audience is smarter than me, so I rely on them to tell me things. I ask them all the time. You think you're smarter than everybody, and you think your audience is stupid,
mm-hmm.
and that's why you lie to them. And they don't bother correcting you because, oh my God, I can't imagine the tantrum.
Oh.
I can't imagine the tantrum if they dare correct you. She looked and looked and couldn't get a lawyer to take her case. Right. That was the harassment case. I do though, Vicky. You help me out all the time. She couldn't find anyone to take the harassment case because she didn't have a case. There was no case there. She's just as guilty as everybody else of harassment.
Well, January starts the pretrial motions, but she's trying to have them put off for her. I'm not joking when I say this, so just celebration. So she could take a party bus.
She's trying to get a party bus together, Pink. And I'm sure that $12,000 in the GoFundMe will work nicely for that. But yeah, they're trying to get a pre-motion conference. That's what this is called.
Okay.
A pre-motion conference. And that is going to be on January 9th at 11:30 via teleconference. So we will know more after that.
Yeah, we should definitely take up party bus money, honey.
And go where? Where are we going?
I don't want to go. I don't want to party, but
I don't like buses.
I don't mind the bus, but we have to go somewhere warm.
I don't think I could ever take $12,000 from people on YouTube. I don't think I could ever do that. I would feel terrible.
Somebody would have to do something to me so badly that it, like, talk about, you mess with my kids and the gloves are coming off,
I get it, but
so,
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think I would feel really terrible taking that kind of money, especially under false pretenses, which
right.
you're doing.
Yeah.
You know that's what you're doing, Merb. You've lied to your people.
Hey, Karma.
You've manipulated them. Hey, Karma. You've manipulated them. You've told them a bunch of hogwash, stuff that's not true. And you've pretended that all of that is part of this case when it's not. This case is about your use and abuse of the copyright system. Has nothing to do with all this harassment that you claim you're getting. It's a lot of money.
You have always treated people like they are so disposable. And that's how these people feel. The ones that you
have disposed of.
Yeah. And the thing is, you know what? I don't know if they gave you money, and it's not my business. But what I do know is a lot of them, including my sweet Sandy, gave you time, which is the most precious thing you can give. It's above money. It's above everything, because people know how much money they have, but they don't know how much time they have.
Ooh, that's good. Yeah. Very good. Very true statement.
Yeah. And you take their time and treat it like it means nothing.
Right. Well, she takes their time and treats it like somehow she's doing them a favor. She's doing them a favor by even spending time with them.
Yep, Jackie.
I hate the way she treats people. I've always hated it.
Vicky, I've always felt that way. I think about that a lot. Like, because financially, I don't may not hand out a lot of stuff, but I'll give you all my time.
Yeah.
That I can spare.
Yeah.
And won't even complain about it, and won't throw you out of my life. You have to really hurt me for me to throw you out. Hey, Lori.
Yeah. That is true. Randy hangs on very long.
Mm-hmm.
Almost too long.
Too long. I admit that now.
We've had to have some hard conversations, me and my
Yes,
Randy.
we have.
My poor Randy. She just wants to be loving to everybody.
I do. And I do, and I get so tired of saying, I know you're right. You're right. You're right.
When I say things like, run for your life, girl. What are you doing?
You're welcome, Nancy. Right.
Get out.
We pulled you out of the lion's den. You are not skipping back in.
Right. You're not allowed to go running back in.
I can't quit you either, Vicky. the donors to her GoFundMe out? Anonymous, anonymous, anonymous.
A lot of them are anonymous, which
I
I
didn't
think
look.
are her, some of them, because only because she gets up there and says, and I know some of you are going to say the anonymous ones are me, but they're not. So what that tells me is they are. They're her. She just doesn't want anyone to know. So she's, I think some of that money is actually, from her own pocket. It doesn't make it any less wrong that you are manipulating your people. I think that's shitty of you.
Mm-hmm.
You're a dirt bag for doing that. You should be
Yeah.
ashamed of yourself. But I know you're not, because Sarah Boone wasn't. Sarah Boone, at the end of her statement, folded up her paper like she had just given the Gettysburg Address. Like she thought she nailed it. She absolutely felt like she had just given the speech of her life. It was the best thing she could have ever thought to do. She
Mhm.
did. She really thought she nailed it. And the rest of us were sitting there gobsmacked. Like,
It-
did she really just say all of that? Yes, she did. Yeah. The rest
Right.
of us were
She
in
looked
shock.
like Trump or
Yeah.
Kamala.
You can almost hear her say, nailed it. Like she really thought
Yes.
she
I just gave the best
Yeah.
presidential debate of my life. You're welcome, audience.
If that doesn't keep me out of prison, I don't know what, I don't know what will.
And
To
he
that I
said,
say,
life. Boom.
to that I say, you don't know what will, because that was a mess. That was a whole disaster. But yeah, no, she folded up her papers, and you can see her smug little face. I think I even rewound it and looked back at it. Like she folded up her little papers. Absolutely felt like she nailed that. Thought it was the
Mhm.
best speech ever. And I was sitting there with my mouth hanging open. Like, did I really just hear her say all of that? She literally blamed his family.
Had she not, like I said before, I would have been so disappointed in her because we knew.
I didn't though, Randy. I didn't know. I don't know what I thought. I thought she would. I don't know what I thought. I guess I figured at some point she would maybe at least try to say sorry. But
She's
nope.
not sorry. But you
I
know
think
what? I don't think people like her are capable of
right. I think you're
feeling
absolutely
that.
right. No, because she is absolutely, I believe, a narcissist. I know that word gets thrown around, everybody gets mad about it, but it's the truth. She is one. That's what they are. That's what they do. She
It's
picks up all the small broken toys that she can, pretend she's helping and
yeah.
feel good about herself. It's ego. It's all for her ego.
And there's a part of me that I can now look. I don't know if people are born with that or what, but I don't feel sorry for you. I can't. I can't.
No, not now. No.
I bet you don't even cry at when the dog dies in movies. People like that.
She's dead inside, I swear.
Hmm.
She is. She's just dead inside.
Nature, not nurture.
I can't
Mm.
believe that she blamed the family. I still can't believe that she did that.
So I have a problem,
Okay.
and I don't know if anybody would want to go back through the trial, but um, so while I was leaving at Sarah Boone, remember what was it called, the burn pile trial?
Yes.
Okay. And I kept saying, that was a good trial, but I didn't watch all of it because Sarah Boone.
Right.
And then it was going on at the same time, and then it went on afterwards, and I missed it. So,
And it's over now, right?
it's over, and she got sentenced.
Yeah.
But she gave such a don't come for me, people.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What did she do?
I was convinced of her being guilty when I was watching the trial. And
Yeah.
then she gave
She
this.
said her son did it.
come right out. So compelling. I'm like, I believe her. I don't know what to do. Her statement.
Yeah, she says her son did it. Do we have any proof of that?
I don't know. I don't. She did a proper. She's evil. Is she? Is she evil? Amer, you got confused on her words though, because she said her mom tried. Me too, Tracy. She said her mom said to her, "You're the mom. You're older. You have to take the blame for this."
Oh.
And she said, "I won't take the blame for it. I'm innocent." But she was convicted.
So what is the evidence then? Are people confused about the is there any evidence that her son did this?
Samara, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to watch the trial, because not Warrior Glamour Mayhem said that the judge acted out the whole time. Money, dirty little secrets came out. Listen to me, she had a boyfriend. He lives so close to me, it's crazy. I don't know him yet.
So, please do not go friend this boyfriend. Oh no, Randy. One of these days we're going to be watching your true crime trial. I swear.
I know. Stalker gets arrested for stalking again.
Right. I think she's best friends with a court case neighbor. So I don't understand. Is there any evidence that the son did this?
No, I think, well, like Samara said, they said he was cleared. Randy, don't visit the boyfriend.
You know she's gonna, you guys. That's what she's trying to do. She's trying to say this so that when she goes and does it, none of us are surprised.
Right. That's true. I was, yeah. She's right.
Yes. Oh, I know. But so the son was cleared.
I think
so
he was cleared.
No evidence at all that the son did anything.
He automatically deleted the game camera, and he failed his polygraph.
But they don't use polygraph, right? So they can't use
it in court. But so she may put that in her statement.
Wow.
He's the one that found his dad in the burn pile, right?
I have no idea. I haven't watched.
No, Amy, she didn't say two different things. The things she said coincided. Look, if y'all can't tell, me and Amy have been texting about this for 2 days, and she said
they said they cleared the son. Did she pass the polygraph?
Did they give her one? I'm sure that they gave him one, but that was simple explanation. But okay, if she was lying yesterday, she is evil completely. Hey, Ginger, good to see you. Completely evil.
It's weird that she would blame the son if he's not guilty.
Right, that's how I felt.
That's a crazy kind of evil, to blame your child.
Tracy, that's what I said. How did she shoot him and then move a 300-pound body to the burn pile?
And that's what you've been saying to me this whole time.
Mm-hmm.
You've said that to me. Yes.
Yeah.
I remember.
I don't know how she moved the body. I don't know how.
Right.
Yeah, to blame your kid. And she didn't just hem-haw around it and say possible. She said he did it.
Yes.
I mean, I was like,
he absolutely.
Don't let autocorrect get you. It's Harris, not Ferris. My autocorrect got me. And there was good old testicle to say, you put Ferris and it's Harris. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for being here. But there's a reason that my phone autocorrects to that. I'm just saying. Yes, pussycat. She at her sentencing, she sat there, and I was amazed at what the judge let her get away with.
Well, I was thinking that in the Sarah Boone trial. Like, you're gonna let her say all this to the family?
Oh yeah, he's thinking, talk your way to life. Keep talking.
Right. Keep going, stupid bitch. I told you that I watched
Okay, Smart.
the lawyer, that guy.
Mhm.
He was there. He was there in the courtroom because he lives in Florida. And he said that when she started talking to the family, they got up and walked out.
I
They did
love
not.
that.
And I love that so much. I wish we had known that during the sentencing, because that would have, I would have screamed and hollered how great that was, because they got up and walked out. They're like, fuck you. We don't need to hear all this shit. We don't need to listen to you badmouth our loved one. Get the fuck out of here.
Right.
I loved that. I thought that was incredible.
I did too.
There was also a couple, I don't know if I told you, the rest of you guys, I told Ramsey, there was also in the courtroom, there were a couple of jury members. They were there. They came for the sentencing. They wanted to see her get sentenced.
The Sarah Boone trial. Yes, Olivia.
Yes.
Now, the
That would have been
Melody
cool.
trial was in Georgia.
So are we going to cover, do you want to cover that case, or is it too late to cover it now because
I don't
everything's
think
already
it's
done?
too late. I think we don't have that. I know of any trials coming up.
Yeah.
They, because I thought we were going to be doing the DUI trial, the bride, but she pleaded guilty.
Yeah, she came in and pled guilty. Yes.
Yeah. Good night, Charlie. Thank you again.
And she's already been sentenced.
Yeah.
I would love to do the Alexi.
Oh, you cut out. Wait a minute. Is it me or is it Stern's calamity isn't until February? And I'm hoping he please. Wendell. Yes, Olivia.
Is it Randy? Let's see.
There you are. Wendell.
Okay, no, I was gone. You, and so were you. So I said, the last thing I said was, I thought we were going to do the Alexi. I want to do the Alexi Treviso case, the little girl, the young girl who threw her baby in the trash.
Yes.
So we already kind of covered Leilani, and yes, it was sad. It was terrible. That sentencing was heartbreaking.
Absolutely.
Hated that sentencing. Thought it was awful.
That is so true, JC Ray.
What?
That Jody Arias, who's a tiny little thing, did drag Travis Alexander. Please cover it. I will be quiet. I promise. You don't have to make that promise. You don't have to be quiet. Thank you so much for the
quiet. Yeah, you don't have to be quiet.
Yeah, I think that would be a good one. And yes, I want to, right, Pussycat, but I thought Jody was small.
Where did she drag him to, though? I mean, she stabbed him in the shower, and that's where he was found.
Down the hall.
Did she drag him down the hall?
Mm-hmm. She even left remember a bloody handprint on the wall where she was holding herself up?
That was her handprint, though. He was in the shower, and that's where he was found.
I'm sorry. I apologize. Yeah, but he died in the hall, and she dragged him to the shower.
She stabbed him in the shower, though.
Yes, but he was crawling away. And she cut his throat in the hall.
Oh.
Yeah.
Because I watched the Made for TV movie, and she stabbed him in the shower.
Yeah, she did stab him in the shower, and there's an actual picture.
Yeah,
because he was taking a shower, and she was taking pictures of him, and there's a picture of him looking at her, and he's sitting down in the shower.
Yes.
that will give you the goosebumps.
It does, yeah, yes, his eyes.
She
eyes
shot
are
him
very
in the
scary.
bathroom after he already died. I don't know why she did that. He didn't bleed from the gunshot wound, which meant his heart wasn't pumping anymore.
Right. Yeah, she definitely overkilled him. She killed him
Absolutely.
several times
Yeah.
over. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, the fact that she left so much evidence there and tried to lie. That's one of my
Yeah.
favorite cases.
Oh yeah, I was all the way in that case. I
mhm.
absolutely watched everything.
Me and people would go at it on Twitter. Ooh, it's my old Twitter account. I mean, go at it.
Why? Did people not think she was guilty?
There are some people who, to this day, I have a friend on Twitter. For his protection, I will not give his Twitter name. But he
How
believes,
though? How in the world could she not be guilty?
I don't know, because he says that she was being abused. And he not only, I mean, he buys her paintings.
Like now, currently he buys her panties?
Yep.
Okay,
And
then I don't have any. I'm sorry.
and he puts money on her books. We just agreed years ago to disagree.
Oh my goodness.
And
so he's got himself a little crush, it sounds like.
Look, I don't think he would admit that. Yes.
Sounds like he has a little crush on her.
Yes.
Oh dear.
Olivia.
You better run, sir. I guess if she gets out, you might want to not tell her where you live. But I know that there's a lot of people that do that, though. A lot of people put money on her books. A lot of people are dating her, or whatever. She's got,
She gets marriage proposals a lot. I mean, Susan Smith got a boyfriend, for the love of hell. I mean, what?
I'm out here single. Make it make sense, people.
Right. If something happened to me and Jim, I guarantee you, Tammy Slayton would have a man and old Randall wouldn't. I'd be over here knitting alone.
For the rest of my life.
Saturday night, y'all want to go play bingo? Y'all want to do online bingo?
Man.
So, yeah, that's. And I shouldn't use Tammy Slayton, but I'm mad at her right now. The way that she's still she's still just so hateful.
I mean, I know. I thought about that. Like, did we really think that she wasn't going to be hateful and, a nasty hag? Like, was that all just the weight? It's not, though. That's just her personality.
Right.
She's a whiny crybaby. She always has been. Always has been.
Yeah, and people don't know, the people that are new to 1,000-Pound Sisters, they don't know that we've known the Slaytons.
Yes, I used to have Tammy's phone number. I actually talked to her on the phone.
Me and Amy used to DM on Facebook a lot. Because of, certain things that happen, but I never, the reason I didn't have never talked about it is mainly because at that time people were using them so much for content, including Katie.
Yeah.
That I was like, I'm just going to shut up.
Well, I mean, and that's how we came to know them, is through Katie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? Yeah.
No, not me. Because I had already seen, somehow it popped up on my to watch list after one of the Rockin' Demo videos. And
well,
no, I don't double.
Right. I actually didn't find her through Katie. I found her when I found Truthfully Trisha, because Peter Mon had done a video and said that she was attacking Amy Slayton. And I didn't know who Amy Slayton was, so I looked her up. And I found her and Truthfully Trisha, and then found the drama community. So I guess that is true. I didn't know that anybody knew Amy, but I found her before I found Katie and you guys.
Well, the only thing I knew about Amy at that time when Katie started mentioning her,
Yeah.
or I'm sorry, Trisha, Katie, whichever one came first. I don't know
Yeah.
if it was the chicken or the egg, but
Oh, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know who mentioned her first, but
yeah.
Trisha hated, had a huge hate, part
But
on for her.
I didn't like Amy because the first video I saw about her was where she was telling people that her sister, Mary, I love
Hey,
you too.
Mary.
My daughter has been sick, so I've been spending time with her. Call you soon. Please do. It's so good to see you. Thank you for
So
the
good to
super
see you,
chat.
Mary.
Oh, it's so good to see you. Okay, the Slayton sisters, they have a TV show called 1,000-Pound Sisters. This
Yes.
used to be, like what people covered on here was the Slaytons because they would do crazy stuff. Like she was pretending that Tammy was dying.
Yes. She
And
pretended that Tammy was dying and they needed a larger size casket
yes,
that
and
was
she
more
took up money.
expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. She took money. Yep.
She took up money on the internet, and that's how I found her. Yeah, listen, I watched Rock and Demo. I may or may not used to have been in DMs with Rock and Demo. Okay, I was. But
Oh my God.
did I pretend to be a psychic? Yes, I did.
What the hell, Randy? This is Randy True Confessions. What are you doing?
I don't know why I did that. It's just so many years ago before I even knew because they weren't on YouTube. She wasn't on YouTube then. She was on Facebook. And they would just do the dumbest stuff. And I was like, I guess I was bored and trolling. But I pretended to be a psychic and I made her throw away an ashtray.
What? Why did you make her throw it away?
I told her, I said, you got that ashtray at a yard sale and it's got a spirit in it. And she did, in fact, buy that ashtray at a yard sale.
Oh, how did you know that?
I just guessed. I don't know.
God. Wow.
So I trolled Maria Demo.
Oh boy.
And now she has took to wearing the Freddy Krueger costume now for about 5 years. And
yep, and she does her little dancing videos. I never understood them ever. I would hear
this
you guys talk about them. I would hear you talk about them, and you would be like, you were so excited every time a new video would come out. And this is before you and I were friends. Like I was just still kind of a viewer at this point. So pre Dr. Phil days or whatever. And you would talk about her, and I would watch it, and I'd be like, I just don't get it. I don't understand. Why? What is the draw? Why are people so obsessed with her?
You had to be there when Wes was around, and by the time that I got on YouTube and stuff, Wes had left her. But she would catch, like, people would troll Wes so bad, and they would be these hot women, and he would go try to meet them. And we're talking a man that didn't bathe for years.
Oh dear.
But when I completely quit speaking to her was she got to saying a lot of racist stuff. So I wouldn't speak to her. What is happening in that town?
What do you mean? Like she said a lot of racist stuff? Like she said
Mhm.
racist stuff? Oh.
I don't watch it either, Florida Gray. I don't watch 1,000-Pound Sisters. You would think I would be up front, but
no, I don't watch it either. I don't think I've ever seen an episode of it. Not interested. I mean, I'm happy for them though.
I like some of the clips.
Yeah, but I don't follow the show.
I pay my bills. My bills are paid. That's one of my favorite. But
oh man, that is crazy. I had no idea.
Yeah, I was obsessed with Demo.
Yes,
and that's how I found Ron. That's how I found Negs. Like that was my introduction to YouTube. Really, probably was Rock and Demo, and Negs was going back and forth. And little did I know, not Amy. No, Demo. Negs was going after the demos, the rockin' demo. That's how I found him. And he was being a victim because Wes, who could barely walk, threatened to hurt Negs badly.
And let me guess, he crybabied about it for about a year.
Yes. Mary.
Of course he did. Good grief. He's such a
Clearly, this is the winner's circle, Vicky. Clearly.
Right.
But I would watch Negs, and and he would also be on Facebook, and then I come across him on YouTube. Then they made a YouTube channel, and they've erased so much. It's bad. I know you're lost. He had to be. This was so many years ago.
Old drama community lore that we're talking about right now.
Yeah. Just, I mean, Amy May going back. I mean, way back.
Oh yeah, I remember Amy May.
Yeah. Who was it? Was it Amy that she would? No. It was Rockin' Demo.
Well, who? What are you talking about?
Amy May used to parody Rockin' Demo.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I bet that was good.
Yeah, I don't know if that's really a flex, Sandy Law, but here I am. I don't know, JC Ray. I was thinking about them the other day. And we were never friends. So I don't feel comfortable like trying to get in touch or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
Yeah. Like, I hope they're okay and living their best life off YouTube.
Yeah.
But
we have outlasted pretty much everybody in the drama community.
yeah.
We just have us old timers. And now the drama community is the drama community itself is no longer, but what they've turned it into is stuff I don't want to be part of. Sorry. I just don't.
Mm-mm. No, thank you.
This new stuff that they're doing, I just don't want to be part of it.
Nope. I would rather
doxing. I just don't. We've never been about that.
Nope.
And I just don't want anything to do with it.
Well,
well, thank you.
I value it's the older you get thing. You know, I value my time more. I value my health more.
Yeah.
And the cockroach of YouTube. Yeah, let's start that, Shamat. Who's even the DC anymore? I don't think there is one. Vicky.
I mean, we're obviously we're still the DC. I mean, that's still us. But we just don't do a lot of drama. We don't do drama really anymore because it used to be, at least I feel like there used to be at least somewhat of a point to the stuff that when we, call somebody out or have a panel and hash out our problems and
yeah,
you know what I mean? Make agreements that nobody intends to keep. Things like that. Like we used to have somewhat of a purpose. And then it got to the place where people were like, well, who the hell do you think you are trying to tell me who to be and what to say? And, you're not the boss of me. You're not my mom. And they were right. We're not. You're right. We're not your mom. You can do what you want. It's none of my damn business. If you want to do what you want, who am I to say no? And once that kind of happened, I feel like there was no more. People weren't as willing to get up on a panel together and hash things out. Everyone just kind of did what they thought was right in their own eyes. The Bible says something about that, by the way. And so that's just how I see it. Other people might have different, perspective, but that's my perspective. I feel like, just kind of it just stopped. People stopped caring what other people had to say.
Mm-hmm. Communication broke
Yeah.
down.
Yes. They just wanted to do what they wanted to do, and they didn't want people to hassle them about it. Especially, again, like I said, who do you think you are? You're right. I'm nobody. You don't have to listen to me.
Chick flicking a whole lot. What was the purpose of 15 minutes one night long ago of chick flicking and a whole lot of giggles? I don't understand.
I remember that. Yes.
Oh, I do. Yes.
We called somebody a chicken flicker. We said that they like to flick chickens because they're mean people. I don't remember.
I believe that. I do remember who it was, and I still believe that. I'm just saying.
Who was it? Can you say who it was or no?
I'd rather not.
Okay, that's fine. I don't remember who it was that we said did it, but we said that they flick chickens because they're just, because they're mean people. They probably like, flicking chickens.
You probably know.
Oh, is that who we said? Oh, fuck her. It was Corey. I'll say it.
Okay.
Fuck Corey. Sorry. Fuck Corey. I still think she flicks chickens. Absolutely. Now I stand even more convinced of it. And it was hilarious. And we laughed about it for about 7 hours. I laughed at it forever. That was the funniest
We
thing
even
ever.
found a meme of somebody
You
flicking
even
a
have
little
meme
chick.
of it. Yeah, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, fuck Corey. Fuck. Oh no. Somebody mentioning your name, Corey? How horrible. Corey. Fuck you.
Oh no, Cassandra, no. And that's why. See, I'm at the point where even me seeing a name like that written in chat, I'm like, I don't want to start nothing. I don't want to be in that drama because I'm better. I know I'm better than that. I know I'm better. I'm better than to they go low, I go lower.
Here it is.
And
Found it.
oh boy.
And every time we did it, we would go pink.
Yes.
Bring it in. We do. Every time we said, we go pink. I love it. Pink. I love it. Yep, that's Corey. Pink. That's what she does to little chickens. Don't you, Corey? We know. Pink. I love it. Pink. So funny. That's it. That's the chicken flicker.
Yeah. We have, and we're gonna have more streams with fun, but it's not gonna be where I'm dragging someone or responding to someone or
I just don't care because I don't care. That's why I don't care. I don't care what Corey has to say about me at all, even a tiny bit. It's all lies anyway. Nothing she ever says is the truth ever. And pretty much that's how I feel about a lot of people right now. So
yeah, me too.
I just don't have any desire to be part of it.
And we know that a lot of y'all don't care for the true crime stuff. We understand that, and we
do. I do get that.
Yeah,
I get that, but we can do just regular streams too, where we just chit chat about other things.
Yeah, absolutely.
We don't always have to do true crime stuff. It's just that we're really kind of into it right now, and there's a lot of cases that are catching our attention. So we've got to introduce them to you guys so that you'll be interested in them too.
Yeah, it's
and it's fun. We like it.
I refuse. I mean this with everything. I refuse to go to sleep at night with one YouTube person on my mind.
Yeah.
It's not going to happen. I'll never do that to myself again. It's not healthy.
No.
No,
and it's not worth it, because I think once we've kind of realized that, because, and I've said this all along, I'll talk to anybody. If you have something you need to say to me, or we need to talk something out, I'm happy to do it. But we have to have a resolution in mind. Like, there needs to be an end at some point. I'm not just going to sit here and fight with you forever. If you want to have a conversation with me, or if I owe you an apology, or whatever, then by all means, say so. We can talk about it
Mm-hmm.
publicly. We can talk about it privately. I don't care. I'm happy to do either, and I mean that for everybody. If you feel like I owe you an apology for something, send me a message and let's talk about it. I don't have any problem apologizing when I've hurt somebody. I really don't. And everybody who knows me will agree with you. Will agree with that. I don't have a problem apologizing if I've hurt somebody or if I've done something wrong or I've messed up.
Hey, Mama Stone, good to see you.
Hey, Mama Stone, it is good to see you. But what I will not do is just have ongoing, endless arguments that mean nothing, that are going to solve nothing, that have no end in sight, just because you hate me. Okay, you hate me. We know. We've written it down. It's in the book. It's duly noted. You hate me. Got it. Okay, bye. The good news is it's the internet. There's lots and lots of other people out there that you can go play with. You don't need to watch me.
Right.
If you hate me so badly, by all means, go. It's okay. No hard feelings.
Right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah,
Especially
I don't know.
If you don't have any kind of conversation and try to work it out. If you don't, if there's no hope, then there's no hope. Goodbye.
It's exactly when there's no hope of working it out.
Yeah.
When I'm gonna get angry. Why? I will talk to you. I will message with you. I will give you my phone number.
Yeah.
But
I might not give you my phone number, but I will talk to you.
I probably will.
Yeah, I know. You do. Yeah. You give your phone number out. I don't usually do that, but I'll talk to you on Discord, or I will, if I, or if we need to talk by phone, I'm sure we can arrange something. But if it, if it has
Discord
to be,
call,
if it has to be a phone call or whatever, then fine. But again, I'm fine to do that. If you need to talk to me, if you're, upset, if I've done something that has you upset, then tell me and let's work it out. But if your plan is to just hate me forever, I'm not interested. You can go do that on your own time. You don't need me for that.
Good to see you, Earthbound Spirit. I'll look it up.
You don't need me for that. You can go do that without me.
Well, this is how I feel about the phone call situation. I don't mind messaging in Discord, but I feel like when you do messages,
you have to be careful with messages because they can be misinterpreted.
Absolutely. And, I just tried to, I was a few weeks ago, trying to explain something to someone that was asking me a question, and I could not explain myself in the message, and I didn't feel comfortable with asking for the person's number or calling them on Discord because obviously they had a problem with me.
Yeah.
So, that's where it gets lost. That's why we could do a Discord call. We could talk. But if you are like steady bent on not liking me, go like me away from me. I don't care.
That's why that's what I mean. Like, you don't need me for that. You can go hate me in a room with plenty of other people. I'm sure you could find a bunch of group of people, lots of people who also have a problem with me. Go hang out and be their friend, and we could call it good.
Right. And if your claim to fame on here is I can drag a bitch, I don't want anything to do with you.
I mean, those days are over for me. That's not impressive.
It's over for me too.
Yeah.
I know where I am in life, and I know where I want to be in the afterlife. And I'm not going to get there by just dragging the skin off someone's knees on YouTube.
I mean, yeah, I just feel like there's better uses of everybody's time.
Yeah.
You don't need to do that. That's not a flex anymore.
Calling people names on the internet, it just doesn't seem cool to me. I'm not impressed with it at all.
Yeah.
Y'all want to fight with each other? Go ahead. It's none of my business. Hey, Maud, good to see you.
Yeah.
I won't step in it because it's not my business.
Right.
Therefore, stay out of our business.
Yeah.
Because we're not talking about people. You know,
Yeah.
we
No.
wouldn't have even talked about Merb. I promise you, we wouldn't have talked about Merb tonight had she not had a court case going. I promise that.
Yeah. I mean, people have been asking for updates.
Yes.
On Merb for weeks, maybe even more. They've been asking for the updates. And I feel a little like guilty almost that we haven't updated anybody,
Yeah.
like started everybody on this whole big thing and then just cut them off.
Yeah.
We didn't have a lot to update you on. Also, there's
We
that
will.
too. Now we do, this time we had something to update you on, so we did. But because
Yeah.
I still feel like there's a lot. This case is precedent setting as far as, well, lots of the cases going on right now are precedent setting, but I don't follow any of the others. I don't follow all the defamation suits that are going on all over this community right now. I don't follow any of those. So this is the one that I'm following, and it's precedent setting.
Yeah.
We didn't used to do this where, take people to court like that. Once upon a time, a lot of this stuff we just didn't do.
Right.
And I'm not interested in doing that.
And the reason that I am so for this is because I have been false struck so many times.
Yeah, by her too.
Yeah,
I mean, not
by
only
her.
by her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
by other people, and I know the tool they're using.
And it's not okay. It's not okay.
Because I love you, Sandy.
Especially when you haven't even clicked on the video, for goodness sake.
Right.
How sad is that, Merb? I bet you weren't expecting them to find that out, were you? Whoops.
Right. I mean, that
was a shock. What do you mean?
It kind of was, I got to say.
Right? Like, she probably did not expect them to look that up.
We all are, Davita, but don't rush it. Don't rush it.
What did she say?
That she's closer. She's the afterlife and me are getting closer and closer.
Oh. Yeah, amen to that. Take me home, Lord.
Oh, Calamity. And we will keep covering this trial. This one, yes, we will. Because
I'm covering it because, like I said, it's precedent setting. I want to know what happens with this because it has the potential to affect a lot of people going forward.
Yes.
So yeah, I want to know. I want to know what
because it's not fair, and not that I want to just keep bringing up Richard, but every time he struck me, yes, I would win, but I would have to wait and wait and wait.
Yep.
And
yes,
yeah, it is, and they were false.
Yes.
So I know how frustrating that feels, and he shouldn't be able to do that. I don't know if he's still doing it. I unsubbed, but and I have not
heard about Richard since probably the last time. I haven't seen anything, not a clip, not nothing.
No, neither. Proud of me.
And I'm okay with that because I never watched the guy to begin with.
I know you didn't. I did though, and I would wake up and watch him, so that's why I stopped.
Yeah,
because I was always looking for what he was doing wrong, and I'm sure he's still doing wrong. Not gonna,
right.
But the way they live, I mean, I'll openly say this: the way they live, it makes me sick, and all it does is make me mad. So I'm not. If I'm watching someone and they're making me mad, that's my fault.
Right. Right. I mean, I think you did everything that you were able to do.
Mm-hmm.
And the rest, is out of your hands.
Where are you going, Florida Gray? I shouldn't have said that. Where are you going? You don't have to tell me where you're going.
Bye, Florida Gray. Have a good night, sweetheart.
We love you.
It's time to go anyway. We've been on
Yeah, it is.
2.5 hours and I got to go to bed.
Yeah. Oh, it's 8:30. Yeah. Y'all, thank y'all so much for being here. We appreciate y'all. We hope you'll come back for the true crime. I do my life to craft live, her live. Florida Gray is hold on, Florida Gray. Let me get your channel.
Oh, Florida Gray's going live right now?
Yeah, she had her set for this time and moved it for us.
Oh,
So
that is so sweet of you. I'm sorry. I didn't know that. Well, thank you
and
for
these
doing
will
that.
be
Yeah, drop her link. Are you
please
guys going to talk about Merb?
and well they're gonna craft too. There
Okay.
is Vicky and I both dropped Florida Gray Ladies. You're welcome, Lisa S. Channel. Please subscribe and just know if you get new subscribers, these will be real. Because the reason I say that is because 200 subscribers was bought weirdly on Florida Gray Ladies channel,
Huh. It's
not
almost
by
if
Florida
somebody,
Gray.
almost it's as if somebody knows that that's against terms of service and is trying to get her in trouble.
Yeah, that's what
Because I did hear somebody comment on it quite loudly. And I thought, that's weird. How do you know that?
right. Right.
Very interesting. I
So
thought that was
please
odd.
subscribe. How
I thought it was,
bizarre. Da, da,
yeah,
da,
I
da.
did. I thought it was odd that she knew that. I'm like, how would you know that?
Right.
How would you know where those subs came from? But she knew.
I wouldn't have known.
No, I wouldn't
You
have known.
did, Sandy. But somebody else that needs a crafting channel that's flipping awesome is this gal right here, Miss Sandy Law.
Yeah, for
Here,
sure.
y'all. Subscribe to her. I don't put you right out there, Sandy.
In case she decides one day she wants to do it.
Huh.
There we go. We get you a little head start. All
I
right.
mean, she's got some good stuff on her community page, so I'm just saying.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much. And make sure you please sub to the channels we dropped. And new members, I hope you stay and enjoy. Use your emojis. Coffee and donuts. Usually it's probably going to be on Thursday nights. And I'll see y'all there. And if you're not a member, why ain't you? Bye, y'all.
Yes, join us.
Join us.
One of us.